Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. Welcome to your mystery reading. For this one, we are going to start off with a major arcana from the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot to see what major theme or idea it is that the universe and your spirit guides would like to talk to you about. If you are interested in receiving a personal reading, just check out the description box. It should tell you everything that you need to know. If not, leave a comment if you have any questions. But before I get you your first card, remember that this is a general reading that could be meant for more than one person. So if you're struggling to find meaning in a message, that's okay. Just let it go, because it might just be meant for someone else. And if it truly was meant for you, the universe and your spirit guides will make that obvious to you, either sometime during this reading or sometime during your journey. Ooh, okay. So we have the Justice card. This energy feels like it's coming through very, very strong. If you're curious, the zodiac sign that is associated with this card is Libra. I saw 122 and then 123. So remember that change starts with you, and to trust that everything happens for a reason. With him standing in front of this podium like this, it definitely gives a strong sense of making a difference. I feel like you are being called to bring justice somehow through using your own voice, your own strength, your own power, impact, and influence. I feel like the scales either are balancing in a situation, or you do. This is just a reminder that you have the power to bring balance to a situation. There might be something significant here about cause and effect, consequences, whether they are good or bad. It's actually I noticed the word consequences on the Fool card in reverse in the reading that I just recorded. So there may have been some big cycle in your life that started or wanted to start, but somehow there were consequences. Things did not go as planned, and you're really being encouraged to find truth in the situation, to embrace and be curious about new perspectives or a new way of thinking about things or looking at things. Maybe there's a situation here that you need to look at from a different angle, from a different perspective. This card also says think through decisions. So that full energy, the situation that needs more balance, it might have taught you that something about not rushing through things. And actually, I feel called to show this. It says Secrets of Tarot. That's a different deck. I mean, it's inside that box. But there's something really significant here about secrets. I saw 3, 4, 5. It's significant for a reason. You're being called to find truth for a reason, because there is deception. Things are not as they seem. Smoke and mirrors type of thing. Next, I'm going to get a minor arcana from the Prismavisions Tarot to see what detail the universe and your spirit guides would like to highlight about the Justice card here. What? We have the Six of Cups. It also has the Sun card, and I think it's either Scorpio or Virgo, honestly. It's been a while since I've tried to familiarize myself with the zodiac symbols. I think it's Scorpio. But wow, and I just saw 444. That's really interesting, because I saw 444 in the other reading, and this card was in the other reading that I just recorded. as well. So this is very clear encouragement to find closure and to choose stability, safety, and security over something else. I'm not sure, but you're definitely being called to bring balance either to yourself, to a situation. You got to think about, what does it mean for me to have justice? And then figure out what you can do to make that happen. But of course, make sure you're being realistic and fair, especially with the justice card. Fairness is very, very important. I just heard fairness is key. So that's interesting. So 543. Fairness is key for a reason. Maybe you feel like things were not fair to you and how things played out for you. And it's time to bring justice to yourself through finding closure. Next, I'm going to draw a card from this deck. These are just cards that I've made and channeled myself. We're just going to look even deeper into this, see what they would like to say, being the universe and your spirit guides. It says, plan your life around your mental health, not your mental health around your life. Okay, well, that's very clear. This continuing to not find closure, to hold on, is really not healthy for you mentally, emotionally, and ultimately spiritually. There is the potential here for you to really truly see the power of your own mind. I think somehow that will show you something about your own personal power. I feel something significant here about the sacral chakra. In general, I do feel there is a fiery energy here that you're being called to harness and have more control over. And actually, I just realized, I already knew that there's fire on the back of these cards, but it didn't click for me until I looked. So that fiery energy is coming through pretty strong. And you need to be careful with how you use this energy because it is powerful. I feel like it comes from a place of anger, resentment, and things like that. But now I'm going to get a card from the deck that I just showed you with the fire to see what your ancestors would like to say about this situation. And with seeing the number 444, your ancestors are definitely with you to help you find a stronger sense of safety, security, to help you with your root chakra somehow. We have be thankful, gratitude, appreciation, and harmony. I keep burping because I just ate. So that could be confirmation there that there is something here that you do need to release. What really sticks out to me is the green and the blues. There's even a little bit of green and blues in this card. Kinda. Let me think for a second. I feel like this be thankful. I think your ancestors really just want you to find the silver lining in a difficult situation, in the injustice that you faced, because there is definitely something to gain here. Like I said in the beginning, talking about perspectives, it's all about your perspective. So if the idea of appreciating the challenges that you have been through comes off as offensive or just seems undoable, I feel like that just says more about the pain that it caused you, that it created. But I think your ancestors want you to know that pain is a reflection of potential. You're supposed to feel angry because there's a productive way to use this anger that aligns more with who you are and what you deserve. I just saw 111. So that's just a little sign there to trust yourself. Especially if it feels like related to career, wherever you feel called. Trust yourself. And I just saw 122. Remember that change starts with you. Learning how to redirect this anger, this frustration, will encourage others to do the same. Maybe not immediately or directly, but the energy that you put out matters. That's why you're being called to plan your life around your mental health, not your mental health around your life. If you can and you feel called to, there is confirmation here to maybe step away from the workforce or somehow alleviate yourself of some sort of responsibility, because I just really feel here that you need to put yourself and your health first. And I feel like being thankful, practicing gratitude can be really healing for you. I saw 111 again. Some more encouragement there to trust yourself. It feels like there's something specific here that you're being to trust yourself with, but I don't know what it is. To wrap up this reading, I'm going to get a rune from this baggie here. Okay, so we have A-wise, I think that's how you say it. It says horse, movement, steady progress, physical shift. When I saw this and the E, it instantly made me think me. So again, put yourself first. It's really interesting to see horse because I've been reading this book called The Laws of Human Nature. I just saw 1222, so that's the universe there encouraging you to be yourself and to trust that it's going to pay off. But in this book, I just saw 1, 2, 3. Trust that everything happens for a reason. Can I get my thoughts out, please? But in this book, there was, I think like ancient people, like ancient Greeks, Romans, I'm not sure, honestly. But they came up with this analogy for the emotional self and the thinking self. Your mind and your heart. Through the symbolism of a rider and its horse. The horse resembles your emotional self, which honestly I think that's where rage would lie. Anger and stuff. The passion. And the rider represents your thinking self. And without the rider, the horse has no sense of direction. They're just going full speed at everything. And without the horse, the rider is too critical. They don't have the energy to get to where they want to be. I saw 3, 4, 5. Trust everything happens for a reason. So I feel like there's definitely something here about finding balance between your thinking self and your emotional self. Some other things that I'm thinking of from that book that I'm reading. Pericles or Athena could be significant figures. I also feel that the name Robert could be significant as well. This physical shift, especially with saying 444, you might be being called to move or to create stability, more security for yourself. But if you don't feel called to move, that's just not your message. And I feel like there could also be something significant here about the letter E. Something really significant. Could be a first name, the name of something that's significant for you. I don't know. I've just been seeing that letter a lot, and I don't really know what it's about. So if that is significant for you, feel free to share in the comments about it. But I think that will be the end of your reading. I really hope that it was helpful or relevant in some way. If you liked it, the like button showed me that. That is the best way to support me. And if you'd like to offer even more support, you can do so by donating for the thanks button directly below the video. Absolutely not obligated, but always very much appreciated. Feel free to leave a comment down below if you have any. I'd really love to connect with you more. And thank you so much to those of you who have shown your support thus far. It really means a lot to me, and it always makes a difference. And the last thing that I want to say is thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you around.